Gold futures continuing to slide on Wednesday. Nick, why are we seeing a continuation of the sell-off that we saw on Tuesday? Where's the bargain hunting?
Well, I think that what's going on right now is we're having a risk-on day for markets, so we're having an off day for gold. It's as simple as that. I don't think it's based on any, real deep underlying fundamental changes in the market. It's just traders, I think, moving around based on short-term news.
How long do you think this correction is going to last? Because I did hear some reports earlier today that India has been in the gold market buying the physical jewelry, so I wonder when that's going to offer some kind of support.
It's always difficult to know when those underlying fundamentals kick in. But bottom line is that as long as these banking sector problems that we're seeing in Europe right now, if you look at the Euribor spread over the OIS rate, or if you look at what's going on with banking stocks in the United States, it's pretty clear there are genuine concerns about financial stability right now, and it's pretty clear that officials are doing very little to tackle the root of the sovereign debt problems in Europe and in other countries. And I think as long as those problems are in place, there's going to be very strong support for gold and the gold price.
So what kind of trend are you noticing with your gold physically backed ETPs? When are investors buying and when are they selling?
We have seen over the past month more inflows into our gold ETFs than we've seen since May of last year. But over the past week, up until last Friday, and I haven't seen the data over the past 2 days, but up until last Friday, actually we've seen outflows. So I think some investors seeing the gold price moving up to another all-time high were taking some profits. And it's unclear what they're doing this week, though I suspect there's probably a little bit more selling going on given the price action that we've been seeing.
And then last question, what are you expecting from gold prices headed into Friday and Ben Bernanke's speech at Jackson Hole?
Again, it's a tricky one. Normally you would say any hint at quantitative easing, which is what obviously markets are hoping for, would normally be good for gold. And in the medium to long term, it is good for gold because ultimately that is a form of debasing of the U.S. dollar. But it's a little trickier this time because to the extent that there's a hint at quantitative easing and that improves risk sentiment, then you actually, strangely enough, could see a gold correction on that. But bottom line is I think that most investors are hoping for some sign of new quantitative easing, and in the medium to long term, that's certainly supportive of the gold price.